Welcome to the 2023 NCAA Championship semifinal number 2 at Dickies Arena here in Fort Worth, Texas. I am Bridget Sloan, and I will be your bar analyst all weekend long here on ESPN+. We are getting started with rotation 1, Oklahoma, the reigning NCAA champions, on an event that they shine. They are the #1 seed coming into the NCAA championships, and they are ranked #1 on Uneven Bars. Head coach KJ Kindler does a phenomenal, her and her entire staff do an absolutely fantastic job with their team. There's a reason why they've won a couple NCAA championships in the past, and it is not just by chance, and it is not by luck. It is because they do the work in the regular season and they come prepared. You are going to see some of the best, actually no, correction, you are going to see the best gymnastics in NCAA tonight. You saw just a glimpse, you saw some in the afternoon session. Well, this night session is just that. In the leadoff for Oklahoma, this is Danielle Sievers. Danny is a sophomore, has a season high of a 9.95. She is outstanding on this event, and it is her job to get the ball rolling and the momentum going. Maloney to Pack. Beautiful swing. Nice half pirouette right in that handstand position. Beautiful last handstand, just the dismount. She stuck every single one in practice and warm-up, and no surprise with that leadoff and that routine by sophomore Danny Sievers. I mean, she is a rock. She is probably a little underrated in my opinion because she is in the leadoff, but man, it doesn't matter. Season high 9.95. She's got so much talent, and she absolutely loves gymnastics. Head coach KJ Kindler told us she is an absolute joy to coach. She always has fun, and she knows when to put in the work and apply it to her competition. I mean, she nails it almost every single meet. Absolutely fantastic start for Oklahoma. As we wait, you will see 6 athletes compete. Only 5 scores will count towards that end team score. And the name of the game is to be in the top 2 spots after 4 rotations. You need to be in that 1 or 2 in order to advance to Saturday's finals. And already advancing, LSU in Florida, they have already locked in for Saturday, and we are just waiting to find out who the next 2 teams are. Up next for Oklahoma, Danae Fletcher. Sophomore, career high of a 9.9. Danae actually really struggled a little bit with minor injuries, but it took her out of a few competitions. So to see her back in the lineup, this is huge for Oklahoma, and you see why. Starts things off, beautiful piked Jaeger. Nice pack, a little over the bar, but gets that swing right back. And just the dismount. Small step on the landing, but other than that, that routine was flawless. And Danny Sievers starts things off with a huge 9.9. Danae set up for a big score. Had a step on that landing. It was very minor. But these judges, there are 6 judges at the table, 3 on each side. You will drop the high and the low and take the average of the remaining 4. So you might see some funky scores of some 9.87265, but that is just because they're averaging those remaining 4. Makes it a lot harder to get a perfect 10. We haven't seen one yet, but the meet is just getting started. And next up for the Sooners, Olivia Troutman, a 5th year. Again, has really battled just some minor injuries, but KJ and her staff have done a phenomenal job of monitoring her and making sure she is ready at the right time. It can be so challenging for coaches. They almost have to hold the athletes back because all they want to do is get out there and compete, but their safety and health is ultimately the top priority. But having Olivia in this bar lineup is crucial for Oklahoma. She's got the experience that you cannot teach. And Danae Fletcher with a 9.85. Olivia has a season high of a 9.95. Maloney up to the high bar, right back down to the low bar. Gorgeous transition. Little over on that handstand half pirouette. No problems there. That handstand right in that vertical and a double leg dismount. Let's see if she can stick it. The tiniest of hop for Olivia. The name of the game is who can stick the most dismounts in the most vaults. Who can stick the most? Who can hone in on those minor and very small details? Because this competition is so tough. Every single team here has the ability to advance, but only 2 will make it. Just waiting for Olivia's score. And next up is senior Reagan Smith. Another outstanding performer for Oklahoma. Has that international experience that she's been able to apply to her NCAA career. Season high of a 9.95. Reagan Smith is a Texas native, so I can only imagine she's got some friends and family in the crowd. And Reagan actually changed her bar routine up, a little bit of a restructure of this bar routine. She used to do her ray immediately into the pack, and KJ said she was just worried about the connection. They took it out, and she has been on point with this bar routine. Reagan Smith coming after Olivia Troutman's 9.8875. That ray, beautifully done. Just the dismount. I mean, this is flawless. Wow, that is going to be a huge score coming after Olivia's 9.8875. Danny Sievers started things off so strong with a 9.9. At the moment, they are looking to drop Danae Fletcher's 9.85. But Reagan Smith bringing the heat right off the bat in this first rotation. Oklahoma, they're ranked #1 on uneven bars, and you are witnessing why. I mean, they do perfection, nearly perfection, I should say, almost every single weekend. And there's no surprise they're doing it here. As we wait for Reagan Smith's score, Jordan Bowers on deck for Oklahoma. The sophomore who actually her season best is a perfect 10. She is a fierce competitor on bars. She's aggressive in her swing, and she has beautiful lines that she showcases in her handstand, all of her pirouettes.
Jordan is ready to go after Regan Smith, a 9.925. Jordan Bowers, sophomore, had a perfect 10 already this season. Let's see what she can do here. Line change. Into her single bar release. Beautiful pass hand, just right on top of the bar. Holds her handstands to show those judges, I am here. There is no room to take deduction right now. And the dismount. Not the stuck landing we're used to seeing from Jordan. I think she did 10 dismounts between yesterday and today and stuck every single one. Just the slightest hop, slight step to the side. Coming after Regan Smith, 9.925. Oklahoma is off to a phenomenal start. No surprise, starting on an event that they are fantastic. Uneven bars. And the anchor for this Oklahoma bar rotation, an athlete that in my eyes has done a couple routines that deserve that perfect 10, Audrey Davis. She has textbook technique. All of her elements, the way she finesses her release moves. I mean, you are watching what could be a perfect routine from Audrey. The junior with the season high, 9.975. Talking to her earlier this season, I asked her if she's ever thought about getting that perfect 10, and she just looked at me and smiled, and I said, I know. Everybody wants it when you're that close so many times. But ultimately, she said, I want my team to do well. If I end up doing well, also, that's great, but I want my team to do well. This is junior Audrey Davis coming after Jordan Bowers, 9.875. Do an eagle grip into her release, just flies. So much rotation. Another eagle grip. Front giant into a difficult dismount. Double front with the half. The tiniest hop on that landing. The name of the game is stuck landings. Not a lot of stuck landings from Oklahoma on bars, but man, the score still averaging a 9.85 or above. Looking to drop Danae Fletcher's 9.85. I don't think they'll have a problem with that. Audrey Davis showcase near perfection, just a hop on that landing. And the final competitor for this bar rotation, individual, Abbey High School, Michigan, 5th year. I could talk about Abbey a lot, but we don't have time for that. But one thing to really keep in mind, Abbey is the leadoff for the Michigan bar squad. So it's a little different going in this 7th spot position. Again, another athlete right up there with Audrey Davis in the technique department, if not a little bit better. Abbey really shines with her technique. Michigan not here as a team after that drama-filled Denver regional. Every regional this year just
so incredibly difficult. And then when you are here as an individual, you have to make your own magic. You make your own energy. Oklahoma adopting Abby into their squad for tonight's competition. And Audrey Davis tops it off with a 9.9 for Oklahoma, so they will drop Danae Fletcher's 9.85. And this is Abby High School, Michigan. Competing as an individual in the all-around. But man, is she good. Beautiful pack, so floaty, and you just see how she's fluid in her movements on bars. Very difficult to do. You have to be aggressive, but also fluid. And man, can she stick the dismount? Yes, she can. Wow. Phenomenal job for Abby. High fives all around from the Oklahoma team. Really, really incredible start for Oklahoma. And that concludes the first rotation. Oklahoma ending on top with a 49.4875 on their best event. I will be back for rotation number 2. Stay tuned, but I'm gonna head to balance beam with Ashley Miles-Grieg. Come hang out with us there. See you soon. 23 NCAA Championship semifinal number 2 underway here at Dickies Arena in Fort Worth, Texas. I am Bridget Sloan, and I will be your bar analyst all weekend long here on ESPN+. We are streaming all 4 events, so you are lucky enough, if you want to follow a team, this is the place for you. We are getting started with rotation number 2, Kentucky on uneven bars. A team that just brings me joy to watch. They have done a lights out season. They are only one of 3 teams that has scored a 49 plus on every single event all season long. They have not scored anything below a 49. Head coach Tim Garrison has said this team just is a joy to coach. They're a joy to watch, and I am just so excited for what they are going to do here this weekend. This is Kentucky's first appearance back since 2018, and the 197.85 at regionals was the 2nd highest and the highest ever in regionals for Kentucky. And they are off with Haley Davis, the junior. Watched her in warm-up, and she looked clean. Her job here is to get this bar lineup on a good start, hitting those handstands, aggressive. Failed a handstand, little quick to that glide kick. Just the dismount. She's gonna do a double layout, but holds the layout position. Little too much rotation there, had to take 1 hop backwards, pretty significant hop backwards. But an excellent start from junior Haley Davis. Has a career high of a 9.875. Kentucky coming into this second rotation in 4th place, but on vault they did a 49.3125. So holding on to that 49 plus on every event. When we talked to head coach Tim Garrison this week, he said pacing and peaking at the right time has been crucial, and this group refuses to give up. They're built on consistency, and they fight. They keep fighting. That has been the motto this year, keep fighting, and man, they have kept fighting all season long. Been a little underrated in the past couple years, had lots of talent, but couldn't put it all together in one meet. And man, it seems like this entire season, they are putting it together meet after meet, week after week, and they're building that confidence. So it's no surprise to me that they are here competing in this semifinal number 2. and could very, very easily advance into the finals. They are seated at number 9, but man, the NCAA right now is just so challenging and so difficult. The talent that is here competing is just the wow factor on all 4 events. Jillian Perkaski, sophomore, has a career or season best of a 9.925. Just waiting for Haley Davis, her leadoff score. Had a great routine by Haley, just a pretty big hop, unfortunately, on the landing, but Jillian getting ready to go, and she's off. Coming after Haley Davis, 9.775. And Jillian's gonna do a half pirouette here that is stunning, right in that handstand position. She's been working a lot on this dismount, blind change, full pirouette, double tuck. Can she get the stick? Just a small hop on that landing. Otherwise, throughout that routine, it was flawless. But these judges, there are 6 judges on this panel on every event, which means they're going to drop the high and the low and then average the 4 remaining. Now, also, you are going to see 6 athletes compete. Only 5 scores count. So there is a very, very small room if someone happens to have an error or a missed routine. They can drop that. But the name of the game in gymnastics with these scoring is the scores are meant to build. Your leadoff competitor, Haley Davis, she's almost a guaranteed hit. And Jillian Perkaski, phenomenal right after her. Excellent technique. There's a little more strategy to putting your lineup together than I know I gave credit to my coaches when I was competing. I thought they were just throwing us in the lineup for fun, just because they thought we looked good there. But there really is a strategy, and these athletes know. They know that they're capable of amazing things. And when you see your teammate hit their bar routine, hit their beam routine, hit their routine, it just gets you amped, because you want to do just that. So Bailey Bunn, Jr., coming after Jillian Perkaski. Jillian season high, another 9.925. You know, Kentucky has done amazing things this year, and head coach Tim Garrison even said, we've made some different approaches, and it's working. We don't talk about the years past, we just talk about the present, and man, are they living in the moment, enjoying the moment. Bailey Bunn, after Jillian's 9.8, little close on that Jaeger. You saw the leg separation. Just a little rushed. Want to see her really finish her elements, finish those movements. Little short on that cast handstand. Stuck this double layout in warm-ups. And sticks it cold. A few form breaks in that routine, but a nice stuck landing. That is the last thing the judges see, is that dismount. And when you stick it, it just makes you feel good. So Bailey Bunn right now, Haley Davis with the 9.775, Jillian with the 9.8, and now Bailey Bunn. See what these scores go. Again, they're trying to build. You want to break into that 9.9 in any way possible, because if you want to advance into the finals, you've got to be on your A game. This semifinal number 2 has a lot of talent. Semifinal number 1 had a ton of talent, and it was not easy for LSU in Florida to advance. The next competitor for Kentucky, Caitlin DeGuzman, a senior with a season high of a 9.925. I mentioned that Kentucky has been a little underrated, and Tim mentioned, you know, they might they might seem like they've been a little underappreciated because they're just doing their role. They're just doing their job, and you can't teach fight. They are so fun to watch. Not just one or two people, everybody. I mean, Tim Garrison is a big fan of the Kentucky Wildcats, and for good reason. He's done a tremendous job with the program, taking it to new heights almost every year, improving. And here we have Caitlin coming after Bailey Guns, 9.8. Beautiful Jaeger to shoot over. Caitlin just a dismount. Slight hop on that landing. You gotta get the stuck landings. I said my magic number is 4 sticks in a rotation. That means you have 2 that you can play with, but if you can get 4 sticks, you're making it a little bit closer to advancing. Caitlin de Guzman getting some love from her teammates. And in the 5th spot for the Kentucky Wildcats, we have Shaylin Luxick, a senior, career high 9.95, season high 9.95. So she is capable of putting up a big number here. Watching her in warmups, she seemed very, very calm. Wasn't rattled by anything. Fell on a cast handstand, no problem. She's a very cool, calm competitor. Tim said he's really hoping that they can keep the momentum from regionals and bring it in. And when I talked to him earlier today, I said, how was the bus ride in? He said, man, they would not stop cheering and screaming, and they are just so excited to be here. They know they deserve to be here, and they believe. And that has been huge for this program this year. They have had an outstanding showing all season long. And Caitlin de Guzman's score, 9.75. So that is the score they're going to look to drop. They will have to count Haley Davis, 9.775. But here is Shaylin Luxick, the senior. Starts things off with a ray. Excellent turnover. Beautiful form in that bail. You saw those arms, the extension in her shoulders the whole time. Just the dismount. Can she get the stick? Oh, just a slight hop on that landing. These are the tenths that are gonna add up at the end of this meet. Shaylin put on a phenomenal routine though, throughout. Really fought for that landing, controlled the landing, and just took a small hop. If you're gonna hop, you gotta try and make it as small as possible, and Shaylin did just that. The senior, the veteran competitor, she knows how to do it. And the final competitor in this bar lineup for Kentucky, Raina Worley. I remember watching Raina her freshman year, and I told Tim she is going to be a star. She has elevated her game, her competition, everything, every single year. Tim even said, you know, she's an athlete, she loves it, she enjoys it. It's like a 12-year-old kid coming into the gym every single day with a smile on her face. But she's a senior in college, still coming in with a smile on her face every single day. Joy to be around, and man, is she a competitor. Elevates this Kentucky team every competition, every year. Has fun when she's competing, can keep it light, can keep it fun, but as soon as that green flag goes up, she is all business. Shaylin Luxick with a 9.825, have not broken into the 9.9s. for UK yet, but if anyone can, it is Rayna Worley. Tkaczyk right here that always takes it to her fingertips. Great job so far. Nice cast handspring right in that vertical position. Just the dismount. And sticks it. Wow. That was a tremendous finish for Kentucky. Wasn't able yet to break into the 9-9s, but they are looking to drop Caitlin de Guzman's 9.75. They will keep Haley Davis. She led off in the 9.775. They have a 9.8 from Jillian, Bailey Bunn with a 9.8, and then Shaylin with the 9.825. Very consistent scores, no major errors throughout that entire bar lineup for Kentucky. Tim Garrison should be very pleased with his Wildcats after 2 rotations, waiting for Rayna's score. And competing as an individual from Michigan, Natalie Wojcik in her 5th season. She actually reworked this bar routine the last couple of seasons to really showcase her best skills. And man, they really, I give Michigan a lot of credit because they reworked it so well. She flies high, has unique skills that she does so effortlessly. And Rayna Worley breaking in for Kentucky, the 9.925. That is a huge score for Rayna and her team. And now, 5th year, Natalie Wojcik, Michigan. Here she goes, competing as an individual. Huge skill right here. Stunning combination. Delchev right to a shoot over. And let's see if she can get this dismount. She stuck it in warm-ups. Just the tiniest hop backwards. Teeny, teeny, tiny hop. But what an amazing moment for Natalie Wojcik. I have been so pleased and blessed to be able to watch her over the years and just help grow Michigan's program. Head coach Bev Plotke there. Not here as a team, but man, what a performance for Natalie and what an outstanding performance for Kentucky. That concludes the 2nd rotation on Uneven Bars. Stay tuned for rotation 3, but for now, I'm gonna head over to Balance Beam with Ashley Miles-Creed. AA Championship semifinal number 2 here at Dickies Arena in Fort Worth, Texas. I am Bridget Sloan and I will be your bar analyst all weekend long. We are on to rotation 3 with Utah. And man, have they been crushing the first 2 rotations. It is so tight between 1 and 4 right now. Utah headed to bars, which is a great event for them. They are ranked number 6 on Uneven Bars. Head coach Tom Farden leads the team, and man, does he do a great job. He's got the confidence in this team, has some really incredible elites. One in particular that we are going to see in the anchor spot, Grace McCallum. I am so excited to see her, but before we get to Grace, there are some extras that we gotta see first. You are gonna see 6 athletes compete, only 5 scores will count. And at the end of the 4th rotation, Utah wants to be in that 1-2 position. They've got a little bit of room to make up. They're coming into the 3rd rotation at 98.8625. They are merely 2/10 and a little bit extra behind Oklahoma. Bars a great event for them, and beam, an even better event for them. So they are going to be ending on one of their best events. But before we get to beam, bars is up. Starting things off, Amelie Morgan, sophomore from Bristol, England, is so comfortable in this leadoff position. She's got a season high of a 9.925. She has a beautifully unique skill that she's gonna do about in the middle of this bar routine. Right here, full twisting pack, tight on the shoulders. Beautiful job on that handstand half pirouette. Dismount, blind change, full pirouette, double tuck. Can she get the stick? A little stumble on that. She tried to hold it, ended up taking just a minor hop. Gets this bar rotation underway. Amelie Morgan from England brings some international experience, which is huge when you are looking at the NCAA competition. Being in those pressure situations, when you have been on the biggest stage, and then coming to the NCAA. It's a different ball game, the elite and NCAA. But man, NCAA, so much fun. All these athletes finding that joy back in gymnastics. You can see it when they compete. And head coach Tom Barden said his team culture right now is the best it's ever been. They're doing everything right. He actually said, in my 13 years here, I don't remember a team being so intentional in the gym. You know, he made a comment, they're tired of being a bridesmaid. They're tired of being in the top, in the top 3. They want that national championship. It is not going to be easy to get there, but they've got the talent, and they've got a great bar squad here tonight. As we wait for Amelie Morgan's score, Abby Brenner next up for Utah, the transfer from Michigan. Tom mentioned she's been really great, but it's been difficult to monitor and kind of almost hold her back and pace her on the leg events, uneven bars. It was no surprise for her to be in the lineup. She's got big skills. She's got nice technique. Tom said she's been so fun to coach in the gym and really meshed with the team as soon as she got on campus. Waiting patiently. When you've competed on the big stage enough times, you kind of know what is going to make your mind right when you have to wait. Unfortunately, these athletes, they are at the mercy of the judges. And when they take a little bit of time, they take a lot of time. You see Abby just walking back and forth. Head coach Tom Barden coming over to make sure she's all right, make sure she's got her mind right, she's focused in, and the green flag goes up, and she is ready to go. Abby Brenner, in her 5th year, season high, 9.95. She's got a big combination right here. Blind change. Jaeger, immediate bail. Beautiful job, great form on that transition. Just the dismount. And a stuck landing. Outstanding performance for 5th year Abby Brenner. Transfers from Michigan to Utah, and what a fabulous addition she has been to this Utah team. Brought that Big Ten experience over to the Pac-12. Really off to a phenomenal start for Utah. Amelie Morgan, 9.8125. Gonna want to see these scores build and get a little better as each athlete goes. You're gonna see 6 athletes compete. Only 5 scores will count towards the team title. Next up for Utah, Sage Thompson. Sophomore, a Utah native, has a season high of a 9.95. A great bar worker for Utah. And when we talked to head coach Tom Barden earlier this week, he said, my sole professional goal is to win a title. But you learn it's not that easy, and it's not about you. It's about the athletes and the people you surround yourself with, and he has done an amazing job of building a great culture at Utah. Of course, worked under the legend Greg Marsden for many years. Took some of his knowledge and has now applied it to his head coaching style, but Tom and his staff do a phenomenal job of just keeping the consistency year after year, getting a little bit better, elevating that program just a little bit more. Abby Brenner score. She's coming after Amelie Morgan's 9.8125. And this is Sage Thompson, sophomore, season high 9.95. Maloney up to the high bar. Nice floaty pack. Such a smooth bar swinger. Just the dismount, double layout, and gets the stick. Sage Thompson, that was huge for Utah, especially Abby Brenner's score. Just comes in at a 9.9375. Tremendous start for the first three athletes on this Utah bar lineup. And the remaining three have potential to put up some big scores, and they have the experience that you want in your bar squad. Currently looking to drop Amelie's 9.8125, and after watching that routine from Sage Thompson, I don't think that will be a problem. And the next competitor for Utah, Miley O'Keefe. A beautiful bar swinger. Season high 9.95. We talk about sticks a lot. We talk about sticks pretty much all the time in gymnastics, and head coach Tom Barden for Utah, he's got it figured out. He said 4 is the number of sticks you need. I knew that Brenner was gonna be great for this Utah team because she's really good at sticking. I knew going into this season we had what it takes, but it's the confidence that these athletes feel in themselves that makes them believe. And they haven't been full strength. They've been out with Grace McCallum. She's actually been out since the second week of February, but we are so excited to have her back. She is in the anchor spot. But before that, Miley O'Keefe, senior, season high of 9.95. Maloney right down to her pack. Little over on that handstand half pirouette. Not a major error. And Sage Thompson put up a 9.9125, and wow! Miley O'Keefe, woo! That is, wowie. That was amazing. She comes after Sage Thompson, 9.9125. Had some trouble in warm-up with her dismount, was just over-rotating it, trying a little too hard. I imagine Tom pulled her aside and just said, do your normal, because when she does her normal, she is incredible. Phenomenal job by senior from Las Vegas, Nevada, Miley O'Keefe. Utah just keeping that ball rolling. They are at high speed now. Still looking to drop Amelie Morgan's 9.8125, which after that routine by Miley, again, I don't see that being an issue. And the final two athletes in this Utah bar lineup, Crystal Issa and Grace McCallum, both capable of huge scores. Like I mentioned before, when you watch your teammate hit the routine, it just makes you want to hit your routine. There's no getting the team back on track. They're already on track. It's like, we're already there. Just do your normal. Take a deep breath and go out there and have fun. So this is Crystal Issa in her 5th year. Has a season high 9.975. Nice ray, great rotation. Has a difficult dismount here. She's gonna do a blind change, full pirouette, an immediate double layout. Wow, and gets the stick. Sticks are contagious. Miley O'Keefe just in with a 9.95, tying her season high. Utah bringing the heat in this 3rd rotation. And next up for Utah, Grace McCallum. She's been out of the bar lineup since the 2nd week of February. Had a knee injury, has been working day by day, putting in the work. When we talked to Tom, he mentioned Grace is the athlete that when you're averaging your athletes taking 2-3 turns, she's taking 4 to 5. I mean, she is in the gym, working hard every day, putting in the numbers. Has tremendous experience. Grace is an athlete that really fell into her groove last year. Now that she's a sophomore, she's got that 1st year under her belt. She's got that experience. And Tom mentioned to us that all his athletes, he's so blessed because every single one of his athletes had such amazing club coaches, Olympic coaches, world championship coaches, and he's been really honored to be able to coach them. It's a very cool moment for him to see his athletes shine in the moment. And just waiting on Crystal Issa's score after Miley O'Keefe put up a huge 9.95. Right now, Amelie Morgan's 9.8125 is the score to drop, but it's also the only 9.8 that I have seen in this. And Crystal Issa, 9.925. Here, Grace McCallum. Just the dismount. What a rotation for Utah. Wow, so emotional. Grace back in the bar lineup. Such a tremendous competitor and such just a joy to watch. They are absolutely going to be able to drop Amelie Morgan's 9.8125. I have no doubt. It's just a matter of what Grace is going to get. All the emotions. Such a special time for Grace and her team. Coming in seated at number 5. They are ranked number 6 on uneven bars. We will wait for Grace's score, but up next as an individual, Luisa Blanco from Alabama. She is a senior. She is the 2022 NCAA Beam champion. She actually reworked the structure of this bar routine, and sure enough, she advanced and qualified to NCAAs here tonight as an individual on uneven bars. Excellent timing to restructure this routine for Luisa. And Grace McCallum scored just in another 9.95. Outstanding bar rotation for Utah. And this is Luisa Blanco, Alabama, senior, as an individual. Her execution is stunning. She's going to do a Van Leeuwen. Beautiful, right up to the high bar. Dismount. See if she can get the stick. Yes, she can. What a moment for senior Luisa Blanco, competing as an individual, getting adopted in by the Utah team. What a way. She's doing one event, has to wait the entire rotation for her turn, and what a moment to capitalize on just that. Outstanding job for Utah. After this third rotation, they will head to balance beam, where I will also be heading to join Ashley Miles Krieg, but do not go anywhere because the bar live stream will have the fourth rotation coming up soon. Semi-final number 2. I am Bridget Sloan, and I will be your bar analyst all weekend long. And when I tell you the talent that is here, you are witnessing the best of the best in NCAA college gymnastics. On uneven bars for the fourth rotation, UCLA, led by head coach Janelle McDonald in her first season, where she has totally changed the game for UCLA. Ranked number 5 on bars. They are seeded number 4 in today's competition. And wow, coming into this fourth rotation, they are currently in third with a 148.4, really looking to jump into that second or first place position to make sure that they are advancing to the finals on Saturday. It is going to be tight. And if UCLA wants to advance, which they have full capability on this event, head coach Janelle McDonald, this is her event, and she has totally changed the basics, gone back to the foundation. You see these bar swingers, watching them in practice, each one of them, they have such smooth swings. They're detail oriented, and they've got the talent. Janelle, so fun as a head coach, keeps the mood so light. And to start things off for UCLA, Shea Campbell, junior from Carrollton, Texas, season high 9.875. Maloney up to the high bar. Beautiful bail to handstand. Shea has such nice long lines. Great handstand there. Line change, full pirouette, half pirouette into the stuck double front. Wow, what a start for UCLA. They've got a little bit of groundwork to advance if they want to advance in that 1-2 position. But Shea Campbell, what a leadoff. Sticks that double front cold. And the next athlete for UCLA, Kalyani Steele. She is a bar specialist, so she has waited all day for this bar routine. This is her moment. I talked to her yesterday, and she is just excited to be here. She wants her team to do well. She has a season high of a 9.9. Getting that final pep talk from head coach Janelle McDonald. We are just waiting for Shea Campbell's score. Kalayani hopefully going to be set up for a big one because Shea Campbell really rocked that lead off. And the green flag goes up, and Kalayani is ready to go. Beautiful cast handstand. Very nice bar swinger. Little over on that. Oh no, big break. Doesn't get off the equipment though, keeps it going. Short on that cast hand, just a little rushed here. And a double layout, just a hop on that landing. Looked like she just slipped on that low bar. Again, fought to keep that routine going because Shea Campbell leads things off with a 9.9. You are going to see 6 athletes compete for UCLA on uneven bars. 5 scores will count. So there is a teeny tiny room for error. Not necessarily an error, but if there is a routine that they want to drop or that they need to drop, they are fully capable. And the next competitor for UCLA, Anna Paderewski, the sophomore from Canada. She's got a season high of a 9.95. And when I say Anna has improved her technique, you are looking at a completely different athlete from her freshman year. I mean, she went back to the foundation and back to the basics, and she has transformed into this beautiful bar worker. Again, an athlete that means so much to this UCLA team. The culture at UCLA after bringing in Janelle McDonald, I think they were able to find the love of gymnastics, get that back. Which is always so incredibly important, but also such a beautiful thing to witness. After regionals, she said they had really great conversations on Monday, knowing how competitive it will be here at NCAA's. You have to show up from the start. How do we get in that right mindset? We go to the gym and we work. Right now, gymnastics for UCLA, it's really, really dialed in. Janelle said it's really about the mentality of showing up, ready to go. Here we are, Anna, season high 9.95. Beautiful. Excellent form. Gorgeous cast handstand, just the dismount. I saw her stick this in warm-ups. The tiniest hop on that landing. Kalayani Steele with the 9.8 or 9.5875. That is the score that UCLA is gonna have to drop. Shea Campbell led things off with a huge 9.9. Anna Paderewski, the sophomore from Canada, had beautiful execution throughout that bar routine. Biggest error was the little tiny hop on that dismount. And up next for UCLA, Selena Harris, freshman from Las Vegas, Nevada. A tremendous athlete for this UCLA team. Scored her first perfect 10 at regionals on vault, but she is capable of a 9.975. That is her season high. One thing Janelle mentioned to us is Jordan Childs and Selena Harris. They have such a cool, really special friendship. connected really well right away, just became very close. And Selena wants to be great and one of the best in NCAA. So having someone on that team who really is one of the greats, Jordan Chiles, it's really helped her transition and to be able to compete every weekend, and it's really special to see. All right, Selena Harris for UCLA. Season high 9.975. Beautiful Ray. Check out these handstands. Holds the handstand in that vertical position. Blind change, full pirouette, double layout. Wow, that is gonna be a big one. Would love to see her hold her landings just a second longer, really absorb them. Had a little tiny hop there. Coming after Anna's 9.8. Kalayani Steele with the 9.5875. Looking like that is a score that they will be able to drop, because the next two athletes, they are superstars. Margzetta Frazier, redshirt senior from New Jersey. Season high 9.95. Taking a walk to the bars, making sure they are ready to go. Margzetta brings so much experience in big-time meets. Getting that last-minute pep talk, so important. McDonald making sure every movement her athletes make is intentional, being present, stay in our bubble, put our head down and get to work. Next up for UCLA, this is Margzetta Frazier, redshirt senior, season high 9.95. A truly talented athlete for UCLA. Coming after Selena Harris, huge 9.9125. Margzetta, here she goes. Maloney right down to her pack. She's aggressive in those pass handstands. Beautiful last pass handstand right in that vertical position. Finesses that landing just a little bit. Anybody else would have ended up taking a pretty big hop. She opened up that double layout just a tad bit early, but because of her experience, ends up taking a micro shift, almost more of a shuffle in her landing. That is experience right there, ladies and gentlemen. Margzetta Frazier. And the final competitor for UCLA on uneven bars, a common name in the gymnastics world, 2020 Olympian Jordan Chiles. Has a season high, which is no surprise this season, of a perfect 10 as a sophomore. The experience that you are seeing these athletes bring to the NCAA competition is something that you can't teach. You have to get that experience by being out there, and in these high pressure situations, if there's anybody you want to anchor your bar rotation, fourth rotation, trying to advance, it is Jordan Chiles. And Margzetta Frazier, 9.9. They are still looking to drop Kalayani's 9.5875. I don't think they're going to have a problem. Jordan Chiles. She is a gamer, and she's got a tough bar routine, does it so well. Jam-packed, full of difficulty. Pike Tkachev, right down to her pack. Right here, Maloney into her Ginger, in between the bars, so hard. Just the dismount. And gets the stick. Wow. Coming after Margzetta Frazier, 9.9. All the emotion. Jordan Chiles. Outstanding performance. And UCLA, their night is finished and now they wait. But at the end of the day, they put it all out there. There are no regrets with that bar rotation. Selena Harris, 9.9125. Margzetta Frazier, 9.9. Jordan Chiles. I'm not sure what the judges are gonna give her, but in my eyes, that was perfect. Perfect execution. See what the judges have to say about it. UCLA is finished, but the bar rotation is not. We have one more athlete, Hannah Scharf, Arizona State, advancing as an individual in the all-around at the Pittsburgh Regional. It's actually her second appearance as an individual at the NCAA Championship. Jay Santos getting her prepped and ready. And Jordan Chiles' score, a perfect 10. And this is Hannah Scharf, senior. But Arizona State fans have no fear. She will be back for her 5th year. And Maloney Bale, nice smooth on her swing. Just the dismount. And gets the stick. What a night for Hannah. Unfortunately had an error on beam, but gets it right back for the next 3 and ends her night with a beautiful bar routine. Hannah Scharf from Arizona State. And UCLA, wow, what a night for them, ending on bars with some huge scores, and that will finish uneven bars for me. But I am headed to Balance Beam to be with Ashley Miles Krieg. Thank you for joining, and we will see you Saturday for the finals.